Hello everyone, it's Laura and Abby here. Hi, Abby. The stream would not be complete without Kitty Tail. There we go. So little Miss Abby's feeling a little bit better, so she might come and visit us a couple times, who knows? This is a live show. My name is Laura, and if you're not familiar with my channel, I do coloring and art-related videos. So today, we're going to continue on with our flying cat from our Tuesday stream. So, but before we get started, I just wanted to give a little plug to Isabel and her calendar. Hi Darla, how you doing? So I wanted to come on a little bit early and just sort of talk a little bit about this calendar and show you guys what it's all about. And then we will jump right on into our normal stream. I'm doing okay, Darla. I am still not 100%, but I'm hanging in there, and I am so grateful, so thankful for everything, and just, you know, life isn't perfect, and that's okay. It doesn't have to be, so, yeah. Anyway, hi, Iwana. Hello. How is everybody this morning? Hi, Starbuck. Good to see you here. Okay, guys, so the first thing I want to talk about, let's talk about this advent calendar, and I will grab all the pages. So later on in the week, you may see me live stream again, and you may see some videos released about this calendar. So I just kind of wanted to give you guys a heads up about that. This is the calendar that Isabel, Passionista Colorista, has released. And here's a link if you want to go grab it. It is free. So, Isabel came to me months and months ago. This is a long time in the making. And she asked me if I would donate a 5-centimeter drawing to a free advent calendar she was putting together. And I was super excited. Of course, I love getting in on stuff like this. I love doing free gifts. You guys know I do a lot of freebies in the community already. So I was like, of course I'll join in. So I'm really excited to be part of the calendar as an illustrator, but also just really enjoying it as a colorist as well. So I've already done the first 2 days. Today, it's a little early, so I haven't done my day 3 yet. But I'm really enjoying it. I found that these were tricky in how small they were, but really, really fun, a really fun challenge. So if you guys have been seeing this on Instagram, the hashtag is Magical Advent Coloring. And yeah, just really having a whole lot of fun with this guy. And there are 3 pages, and you can see, oh, they're upside down. Classic. So there's 3 pages to this calendar. Let's see if they're all in frame here. Well, not really. It's going to be hard to get them all in frame, but... Oh, okay. Hi, come here, you. Cutie. Alright, sorry guys. Kitty already returned. Happy girl. So there's a lot of really amazing illustrators who joined in. I'm sure you'll recognize a lot of these names, and some maybe that you don't recognize, but I just thought this was such a fun idea. So you can get this calendar for free, and I do plan to, hopefully, if I have time tomorrow, to live stream my little square. I'm aware that I'm one of the only realistic faces on the whole calendar, and so I don't want to intimidate people who maybe don't have experience coloring portraits. So I thought I would go ahead and I'm going to do my best to live stream it tomorrow, so that way you guys can get sort of a tutorial, a real-time tutorial from me. But the rest of them are being recorded in time lapse, and I'm just going to release those at the end of the week each week. I didn't want to commit to doing a live stream each day with my health and also with just my work schedule and being so busy with the holidays and my family. I didn't want to commit to something I couldn't follow through on. So why is this curling? And so I figured I would do time lapses. Now yesterday's one of the videos failed. Like, I went to go look at it later and it's like corrupted or something. So I'm really bummed about that. But I'm just gonna put together whatever I can come up with. So yeah, Starbucks, there's Hannah Lynn, there's all sorts of amazing illustrators in there. You've got the Johanna Bastard one as day one. We've got Kirby Roseanne's in there, Hannah Lynn. I can't even name them all. There's so many illustrators, so many people joined in. So I would just go ahead, recommend following that link and going to grab it yourself. And there's a US version and a UK version, or an A4 version rather. So if you're in different parts of the world, there is a format for you. So I'm really excited about that. And while I chit chat, let's get started on this guy here. So we're going to work on the frame and the drop shadow around the frame. So I'm going to start with the drop shadow actually. Yeah, so super exciting. I'm going to be participating in that calendar and do as much as I can, but just so you know, guys, it's no pressure to commit to the whole calendar. If you only want to do 1 or 2 days, or, you know, like 1 page of it or something, I don't think there are any rules. I don't think Isabel would give you a hard time for only doing the stuff that you want to do. So don't worry. And I have already had a couple people contact me and ask me for just my illustration plain. So you can do that. You just want to email me. Here, I'll put my email in. Colors. Oh, that's not how you spell it. @gmail. It would be good if I got it right. Okay. So we're going to get going on this guy. I'm using Prismacolors over Tombow brush markers. So we've already got the brush markers down as a base, but we're going to deepen and add detail to what's already here. So I'm going to start with, okay, here's the challenge for today, is getting my new camera to focus. Come on, buddy. Hey, so this is, oh gosh. I have a lamp on. Hold on, let me adjust this because it is dark out today. Here we go. Is that better? Come on. Hello. There we go. 1065. It's 70% cool gray. And I'm just going to go around the border. So let's zoom in a little as well and get going. And we can chat more. Oh. Great. This is how can Laura fail at making a video today? Oh my goodness. Hi Shannon. Hello. I haven't seen you in a while. Oh wow, Sammy, you're ahead of schedule. Wow. Up to date on 4 advents. Yeah. Yeah, guys, if you have not seen, I just checked it out last night on Facebook. Sammy is doing 4 different coloring events this holiday season, which is like epic. So good luck with that, Sammy. I don't know how you do it. But I'm rooting for you, and I can't wait to see what you do. So I'm just starting. You guys know me, I like to start at the bottom. So I'm just taking what we have down there and sort of just adding to it. So is anybody else joining in on a advent or a coloring, like a color along or for the holidays? I'm just curious. Maybe we can discover a few more to add to Sammy's list. Sorry, Sammy. No. No. No more for Sammy. Oh, Alana, I am using, it's a Logitech. I'm just looking at it. I put it in one of my streams when I first got it. Hold on. It's a webcam. And before I was using my cell phone, so it's a lot different how I have to, I'll look that up for you, and, it's either a 920 or, I'm not sure of the model number. I'll have to look that up and get back to you on that. It's a nice camera. It's okay. I'm just relieved I don't have to use my cell phone anymore because it was overheating my phone, especially in the summertime when it was hot. So I'm just glad I don't have to put that wear and tear on my phone anymore. And I'm trying to figure out a way to actually add like another camera angle. But I need to change my whole desk setup because right now, the way that I am, like, it's so cramped in this little corner. So I gotta move around my whole apartment, you guys. That's something I have planned actually for December, is I'm gonna be rearranging. I'm getting rid of an old futon, which I never use. It was mostly there in case somebody wanted to crash at my apartment, you know, a friend or something. But I have a nice couch, and I sleep on my own couch all the time. So I figured I could give up my bed if somebody wants to come over and sleep here. So I'm getting rid of an old futon, and that should clear up a lot of space for me to move around the furniture and kind of give myself, my studio, a little bit more room. So that's something I have planned, which I really have not revealed until just now. But yeah, so I have a lot planned for December. Rearranging my whole apartment, creating a new studio which will be more conducive to YouTube videos, and so I have a lot planned here, guys. It's gonna be cool. And hopefully with the new setup, I will be able to do multiple cameras, and like I'm getting an old desk from my mom who doesn't want it. So that way I can have more desk space. I'm going to make like an L shape. It's going to be amazing. Really excited about it, actually. So I just have to get that all set up. Like, I need the furniture. Yeah, we have stuff to do. I need to get the furniture out and in, and then go about rearranging things. And I think I'm going to paint a new backdrop. So that way if I want to do face cam videos or talkie head videos, I can do those. Yeah, we got stuff. Hi, Kenny. Yeah, Alana, I know I can do it. I just have to figure out the technological, like, I just started using OBS and honestly still not super comfortable with it. But that doesn't mean I won't figure it out. It's just a matter of getting it going. But, you know, I'm starting to feel a little more comfortable with this new setup. I was streaming with my cell phone for like 2 years. So whenever you change what you're used to doing, of course it's not going to be like super comfortable right away, but hi, Emily. Hello. Alright, we've got people here. Sorry if I missed anybody. I think I got everybody. Hello, Kenny. I think I said that, but if I didn't, hello. Awesome, you used OBS as well. Yeah, I've seen a lot of different, like I've seen people who use StreamYard, or Emily uses something different too. Streamlabs, I think. There's a lot of programs out there for it. I don't really have any reason why I picked OBS other than I just did. I think because it was free, maybe? I can't remember exactly why I chose it, but yeah, I'm getting the hang of it. It's just something new. But that's okay. So I hope you can kind of tell how I'm just creating more depth and dimension with this darker pencil. I'm not worried about getting rid of the black outlines yet. That'll be something we do later on. So right now I'm just worried about trying to make it look like a drop shadow, basically. So I want this frame to stand out from the white of the paper, but I'm not gonna worry about giving it a background. It's got a frame, and when there's a frame, I like giving it this like faux shadow, kind of like trompe l'oeil effect, kind of. And I know I just realized like I probably said some stuff that people don't understand. Trompe l'oeil is like a French word for like painting. Actually, I don't exactly know exactly what it means, but it's basically like creating a 3D effect in a painting. I'm pretty sure there's a better definition than that, but I don't know it off the top of my head, so I'm just going to stick with that. And I'm sure I'll get corrections in the comments. Don't email me, as Dee Dee says. Using vocab you don't know the definitions to. I'm winning on all angles today. Yeah, so Sammy, I don't plan to use my cell phone when I do the second camera. That's why I have to set up a whole new setup, because I do have a DSLR camera that I use to take photographs of my artwork to make prints of. So like when I go and take like and also like for my own professional business, like when I take product photography for my clients, I use a DSLR. So I have another camera, but I don't know how to like, so that camera only has a limited battery life, so I'm not sure if I need to like get a second battery for it. There's just a lot of things that I have yet to figure out, and I just haven't had time to really go through and do that. I don't know if there's a way for me to sort of like plug in that camera and make it so it doesn't run off of a battery. There's a lot of things that I gotta sort out. So I'm hoping though that I can use that DSLR and use the webcam as my second camera. But for now, I'm just getting used to this setup, and then if I have time this month, then I'll try and figure out that other bit, or might come in the new year. But in any case, you guys, I'm working on channel improvements all the time. I'm always trying to get better at, you know, the actual show and talking and explaining things, but also the equipment and what we use and all that. So I'm really into it now. I started out a little scared of presenting on camera, but now I'm really enjoying it, and I'm not gonna, no matter what happens with YouTube and the whole FTC thing, I'm not gonna give up streaming. So we're just gonna figure out how to go forward with that. But yeah, I'm really excited to figure out all this new technology and new setup and kind of get it even better. Because I could do either a second angle on my hands, or I could do a face cam, or, you know, if Abby's sleeping in one spot, I could do a kitty cam. You know, there's like, now she moves around a lot, so that might not be a really good idea, because in the course of one stream, even if she starts out napping, she rarely ever ends up napping. So now if I could just hire somebody to follow her around, that'd be cool. Do I have any volunteers in the Philly area? Do you want to be kitty cam duty? That would be amazing. But yeah, anyway, we're gonna have some stuff going on. Oh gosh, I missed a whole bunch of chat. Oh my gosh, yes, Sammy. I remember the frozen peas too. Ugh. It's so hard to handle with the with the yeah, the picture and the sound. I found that actually the sound from my webcam is less nice. So hopefully I'll be able to get a a microphone so that way, yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on. What else do we have here? But yeah, the picture and the sound on a cell phone is actually really good. So just FYI, if you are thinking about streaming but you don't have equipment or whatever, for the first two years of my channel, I was on my cell phone. And while it did overheat, it didn't die. It's still hanging in there. So yeah, I can recommend getting started with like low budget, no budget. Just I have like a $9 gooseneck cell phone holder thingy, which I still use, and it's hanging in there too. So yeah, it's really easy to get started if you're not fussy, you know, with your equipment. Yeah, Oana, you can't use webcams on Insta. That's right. Oh, thank you, Emily. Oh my gosh, Emily is like the queen of stream. She really is. She has like all the fancy equipment, and if you haven't checked out Emily's channel, you should, because she's on it. She has all sorts of. She's got like that Nightbot thingy-majiggy, and she's got like points or something. I don't even know how that works, but yeah, if I ever get stuck, I will definitely nudge you, Em. But yeah, I think I'm doing okay figuring it out on my own. I use Google a lot, and funny enough, I use YouTube too to figure out stuff. But yeah, if I ever get really stuck, I will definitely bug you about it. Yeah, a face cam and a cat cam? Oh my goodness. Yeah, technically I could do that. I do have 3 cameras if I'm willing to use my phone again. But maybe when I've like completely exhausted my phone and I'm ready for a new one, I can start using it for a kitty cam. That would be so funny. But guys, I tend to use my phone for like 5 or 6 years. I actually haven't killed a cell phone, I don't think. I just switched them out when the software is no longer supported. Like my last phone I kept for so long that they stopped actually upgrading the software to my phone, and I was like, well, I guess I need a new one now. And I was bummed because, you know, you spend all this money on your phone and then you take excellent care of it. Like it's almost like you're being forced out of your technology just by the lack of upgrades. So yeah, that might not be for a while. But let's see, do I ever think of doing streams on Twitch? Yes, I have considered that. I don't have any streams on Twitch right now, but I do have a Twitch account. I was familiarizing myself with the platform in case the poo hits the fan and YouTube gets nerfed. But I'm waiting on a couple of things before I make any decisions about YouTube and my channel. So I'm not going to say my decision as far as that's concerned, but also I'm hoping that I can stay here. This is sort of where I've made my little, oh, I'm off camera. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. Well, so I did this little curly Q. I'm surprised you guys didn't say anything. I did this little guy. So I'm just going to do this one here, and you can see how I did the drop shadow there. My bad. Oh my goodness. So chatty. I feel like this morning I'm having trouble multitasking, so I apologize for that. Some days are better than others. So I'm just following the marker we already put down and just going close to that black outline with the gray pencil. Let's see here. So now I'm going to go back over here. Let's get started. Oh, fancy, Emily. Yeah. Yeah. I know how to do a Skype chat. Uh-huh. Sure. Yeah, you know, it's funny because, like, I've never been super fussy about my channel, and I know that sounds bad. It's not that I don't care, though. It's just, like, I don't really, like, so I don't make money from my YouTube channel, really, and I don't consider it a job. It's more just for fun. So the more simple I can make it, the more likely I am to do it, if that makes any sense. So that's why I've been very low-key, sort of just like on my cell phone, I just used to open the YouTube app and hit go live. Like, that was literally it. Like, no setup, no fuss. And it's not that I couldn't handle doing it. I mean, I'm a web developer and I code websites all day, so I'm very used to technology. But it's like, it's the whole, like, I don't know, like, when you're not working, you want it to be easy, or at least I do. I want it to be, like, very, I don't know. I think it's because I work with computers so much for my job that I find it exhausting when I have to do it outside of work. So that's probably why I've avoided it for so long. Oh, cool, Alana. My goal is not to make money with my coloring, though. I have a full-time job, and I am very busy with client work all the time. So I don't want to make coloring a job. I love coloring as a hobby. I've been doing it for 2 years. I love it. It's just a passion of mine. But I know that I make coloring books, and I get it that people can make a lot of money doing it, like as far as videos go and all that. But number one, I don't feel any sort of desire, like, you know, people ask me all the time, you know, will you go on Patreon and all that? And the fact of the matter is, I love providing quality content for absolutely no price. I'm aware that there are people out there with limited budget, and I don't want to monetize something that I'm having fun enjoying doing. Like, you know, I'm not saying that this is forever or whatever. Like, maybe down the future, if that's something I want to consider doing art full time, I might change my mind on. But, like, for right now, I don't make enough to make a living with my books or my coloring pages. And I definitely would not make a living doing my YouTube channel. So keeping it fun and happy and carefree and easy for me, I think, because I do work full time and I find this like to be my unwinding, relaxing time, is sort of my goal. Just to have fun, hang out, enjoy the community, chat with you guys, maybe teach you a few things here and there. But it's no pressure on me, which is good, because I still have some anxiety and stage fright. I know I might seem totally cured, but it's not the case. I still have moments where I do freak out. So, like, I don't want to put more pressure on myself than I already am. Kind of baby step in that. But also, like, you know how when you start to put pressure, money pressure, on something that you love, it becomes less fun. Like, it becomes a job. And I don't know if I want to make coloring a job. I want to make coloring fun and happy. Like, that's, I don't know. Like, I'm just struggling with making that decision. So that's why you probably won't see me on Patreon anytime soon. You probably won't see me like asking for money or putting up a PayPal link or anything like that. It's because I just do it because I love it. And I don't see anything wrong with that. I find it to be very therapeutic for me to just come on and chat with you guys like friends, you know, because that's what you are, to me at least. And I don't want to start to make it something that isn't fun anymore. And I think sometimes that happens. Like, I've seen channels where like they move to Patreon and then like you can just see, like, I'm not saying all of them, but like some of them, like, kind of the fun has gone out of that for them. Like, I've seen it. So I don't know. But I'm not trying to knock anybody who's trying to make a living doing artwork, because that is extremely hard to do. And I give you a lot of, you know, credit for that if you're trying to do that. I did try to make a living with my artwork when I was younger, and I'm not embarrassed to say, I totally failed. You know, I couldn't make a living doing it. I made money, I made sales, but I didn't make enough to live on. I was tired of stressing out about if I could pay rent, and I didn't want to live that way. So unfortunately, I just couldn't do it. Oh, Abby, and I had a little kitty to look after, right? She's like, don't forget about me. So I just, you know, that's not the lifestyle that I'm not comfortable living that way. But other people do, and I really, like, applaud them for that. And some people, you know, if you have like a financial support system and you can just afford to not work, then that's awesome too. Like, amazing. Good job. But unfortunately, I support myself. So I can't take those kind of risks. But yeah. It all depends on your situation. Yeah, meow. Yeah, plenty of laughs and lots of fun and just enjoying coloring. And because, you know, that's why I started coloring, was just to de-stress and enjoy art in a relaxing way. And I'm really proud to say that 2 years later, I'm still doing that. I'm still enjoying coloring and still keeping it fun, and so I feel good about that. I'm happy. So this sort of work is really, like, kind of mindless for me. I can just go and do this for hours and not even think about it. It's so much fun. So there's places where maybe I didn't do perfect marker work. This is where I'm fixing it now. Abby, come here. She wants to play, guys. She's funny. So Abby's also been a little bit sick. The old girl, she had some tummy troubles with her allergy meds, so I had to take her off the allergy meds for a while. And she still wasn't eating well, so I made her a turkey, seeing as how they're plentiful here in the supermarkets during Thanksgiving. And she's allergic to chicken, so I couldn't give her the regular chicken and rice diet that the vet recommends when animal has stomach problems, because she can't eat the rice and she can't eat the chicken. So, like, the food allergies are really tough when she's sick. So I made her a turkey and she ate it, and now she's doing better. So the Abby update is that she is feeling much better now. She's not 100% either, but we're definitely both on the mend. And she's starting to get playful and back to her old, very demanding self. So Uh, I'm really happy to see that. um, Hi Andrea, how you doing? Let's see, I'm reading. Yeah, no, I'm not saying like if there's and I have a wish list and people buy off my wish list. And I do that because like if you want to see me work with something and I don't have it, I might not have the funds to buy it myself. But if you want to support me and buy it, just to see me work with it, that's cool. And like for you, if you have a PayPal, I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with that. It's just for me personally, that's not a decision that I want to make. That's all. Just like with coloring, I don't think there's any right way or wrong way to color. I don't think there's any right way or wrong way to do your YouTube channel. It is all a personal preference. It's just for me, I just don't want to put that kind of pressure on myself personally. That doesn't mean that, like I don't do reviews though, for example. So it's a really good example though. For people who do reviews, you might not be able to buy books without that tip jar. But yeah, I don't want to offend anybody by saying there's anything wrong with doing it. Yeah. But yeah, it is very popular to do reviews, and if I did reviews, I might think differently about it. But thing is me being a coloring book artist, I find it very difficult to give negative reviews to other illustrators. Mostly because I know exactly how much work goes into making a book and how much heart and soul and blood, sweat, and tears you put into doing it. So, like, even if and I wouldn't want to give fake reviews, like, I wouldn't want to be dishonest. So, I would have a hard time giving a negative review, and so that's why I don't do reviews. It's just like, I just understand, I've had bad comments about my book, and like people either are coming from a place where they don't understand like the process, or like, somebody has said it's too expensive, and I'm like, well, you're comparing my handmade, hand-bound, 100% recycled paper printed book in the USA to like a mass-produced book that's millions of copies made in China. Like, the price is not going to be the same, so that's just one small example of where, like, I don't know the full story behind each book, and I wouldn't want to make a review without all of the information, only because I just know how it feels to be on the receiving end of a negative comment like that. But that's not to say that review channels aren't useful, especially to those who are trying to buy a book. Like, I look at reviews all the time when I'm buying books myself. So, I don't see anything wrong with those reviews, and I think it's great when people do honest reviews. But for me personally, I can't do it. So you guys will never see me do a review. Well, no, I won't say never. I have done a few reviews or comparisons or something, but it's just really hard. Yeah, I don't know about Twitch as far as like if we'd have an audience there, but the thing is like, I'm pretty sure that if YouTube blows up or whatever, that a lot of people would make the move over there, because I believe it is free to make an account. So it would just be a little bit of a transition, and maybe we'd lose a few people who don't want to make a free account, but yeah. Let's see. Hi, Heather. Hello. Uh-huh. Hi, Nick and Tina. Hello, hello. Oh, hi. Excuse me. Sorry about that. That was Miss Abby. She startled me a little bit. I didn't realize she was there. Okay. Abby girl. She's super playful. I don't think I've ever seen her try and play with my art supplies like that before. I think she's just feeling better after being sick and wanting to play, which I totally get that. Alright, so I've gone all the way around so you guys can see. That was pretty easy. That's the drop shadow. So now we're going to move on into the frame. Now, the reason I started a little early is because I don't think, what happened here? Did I miss a super chat? Oh, thank you, Starbuck. I had to scroll up. I totally missed it. I'm just chatting away. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. But please, guys, don't feel the need to do that. Like I said, I don't support myself with my channel. So, but thank you so much. That'll definitely go towards equipment or supplies, something. Now I need a new. Trying to pick which color I'm going to use for the frame. Maybe this guy. Yeah, it is free to have a Twitch account. Yeah, I haven't really, I haven't been on Twitch a whole lot. I've just sort of, poked around and I set up an account just in case, because, you know, I'm a Girl Scout, so just in case. Get ready for whatever might come. But we'll see. I would prefer to stay here, just because this is where everybody is already. I don't want to make you guys move if I don't have to. Alright. A little stretch there. Okay, where am I starting? Oh, thank you guys. Oh, you guys are amazing. I'm just here for the fun. I'm just here for the giggles. You know. Okay. So we'll start at the bottom corner, you know, because you guys know me. This is like, the focus is all here. Well, I don't think you can see it, but the focus is all with the kitty's face. So working down here, we can kind of get a sense of where we're going. And then when we travel around, we're going to be more confident. So I like to work sort of in a corner that's less noticeable in case I make any mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes, guys. So there's no shame in that. But I do that to kind of like help myself out a little bit. Oh, nice to see you. Thank you so much, Alana. All right. Good morning, Joe Beth. I think I said that, but hello. The chat is flying faster than I'm used to, or maybe I'm just really bad at multitasking. So if you have a comment for me, just don't forget to put it in all caps. Can you guys see this okay? Let me see. Do I need to zoom in even more? There we go. It's a little tiny spot. There we go. So I think I'm going to throw an extender on this if I can find it. Where is it? Ah, there we go. So I have a pencil extender. It's not super short, but I just don't like. You guys know I like holding my pencil back a lot. Now I'm not gonna need it, but just to have it resting on my hand in a comfortable way. I don't need to cramp up my hand, and it's just sort of an ergonomics thing. I prefer it. But you don't need one necessarily at this point. I'm doing that. So I'm deciding that this is an inset. You don't have to do it that way if you don't want to. But I'm just kind of covering these black outlines and softening them. With his work, with Tomislav Tomic's work, I don't always cover every single black outline. A lot of the times there's another way to mask it, and that is covering it with shadows. So it all depends on, like this outline here, I'm going to definitely go over with a white paint or something. But this outline here, because it's part of this inset, I'm just going to go over it with the pencil, and it softens it and makes it look more realistic. Less like line art. So there's so many ways that you can go about covering up lines. And I've already gone through a bunch in my channel, but we're going to explore more ways to do it on this page for sure, because we've got lots of lines to cover. Okay, so I'm going to first do some drop shadows. I'll go to this mask here, and then I'll show you how I'm going to kind of create more variation in the wood grain and kind of like fix some of the marker mistakes. Let's see. Starbuck, it's tricky. It's not easy to, like, and some days I'm better than other days. Emily's a really good streamer who can keep on top, and actually so is Sammy. If you guys watch those two ladies, I don't know how they do it. I am not good. I miss so much chat. Like, I've watched my videos back and I'm like, oh my gosh, I feel so bad. I missed that person entirely, you know, and it's not intentional at all. It's just that I'm just not good at, like, so I'm not even good at talking today. When I'm coloring, like, by myself, I tend to zone out and just, like, totally, the world just falls away and I totally get lost in my own little space, and I get caught up in that flow, and it's amazing and I love it, but you can't do that on stream or you, like, totally miss everything. So it's hard for me even now, like 2 years later, to, like, not go in that zone and, like, check out. I feel like I'm getting better at it, but it's an incremental process. It's not something that you get good at overnight, I don't think. But I think there's some people who are naturally better at it than others, and I think Emily and Sammy are that type of person where they're just so much better. But that's okay. You know, I just have so much fun streaming, so I don't really worry if I'm good at it or not. I think over time, just like anything else, if you're not good at something right away, that doesn't mean that you can't get good at it. And I don't get discouraged with if my progress is slow or not, because, you know, I didn't get good at coloring or drawing overnight. It took me years and years and years of practice and struggle and stress and trying to be a perfectionist, and then finally learning to let go and have fun. So it took me a long time to get good at drawing and painting, and you know, so like, I'm not really stressed out if I'm not good at streaming now, because I know that as long as I just keep going and don't give up, that I will improve over time. I think I already have improved over 2 years. And I feel like it's just a matter of just keep going, don't give up, and you will get good. So that's my inspirational message for today. Don't give up. You can do it. Because if I can do it, you can do it. You guys think I'm some fantastic artist, but I started out drawing really badly, and it took me like 15 years to get good. So you're just seeing the tail end of it. That's all. Oh. Oh, sure you could, Kenny, if you wanted to. I'm not pressuring you, but you could do it if you wanted to. Totally could. Oh yeah, Andrea, yeah, I'm really excited about, so she's talking about the magical advent calendar, which I mentioned at the beginning of the stream, but in case you guys missed it. So today is day 3, so I'm going to be coloring that later. And tomorrow, if I have time, I'm going to do a lunch with Laura and color this on stream for you guys. I'm really excited about it. I had so much fun drawing this little lady. And yes, I'm so excited to see what everybody does with it. And it's funny because, oh wait, here, let me link the calendar before I forget. So there's that link. You want to go to that and download the free calendar if you haven't already. It's only day 3. So you can totally catch up, or you can just skip those days, or whatever you want to do. You can color only the ones you want to. There's no rules. Isabel even said, like, do whatever you want. It's for the community. So, but yeah, I'm really excited to see what everybody does with that little lady. Like, I have so many questions. Like, are people going to color her hat red only, or are they going to do other colors? Like, when I drew this, I had so many, like, you know, that's just one question, but yeah, I could go on. So I'm excited to see what everybody does. And I've already had a couple people ask me just for the illustration alone. If you want it, you can email me. I actually scanned it at 600 DPI, so there's actually a larger version on my computer. I can just email it to you. So if you need my email address again, I can also provide that. So yeah, I already had somebody post it on my Facebook group that they finished it, and it is so pretty. So yeah, I think it was Rhea, if I remember correctly, Rhea on Facebook. Yay! I'm really excited. Excited. Yeah, Starbuck, I'm sorry. Like, I am doing the time-lapse videos for the other ones, but for tomorrow, I'm going to stream it, just so that way I can give more detailed, like, descriptions and stuff like that. But the thing is like, to live stream every day just isn't possible for me. We just got done talking about I have a full-time job, so I just can't do it. It's too much. But I will do as much video as possible, and I'm gonna just do a compilation each week. So if you don't like the time lapse, you can just skip that video. I just figured I would show my process in case people were curious. But I'm not like, it's not really a tutorial or a demo. I'm just kind of showing what I'm doing, just for fun. I figured some video is better than no video, I guess. So we'll see. But I didn't want to commit to something I just couldn't do all the time. So that's what we're doing. So exciting though. Yes, I'm very excited. And what's so cool about that calendar is, like, I'm enjoying all the different flavors. Like, every day is a totally different illustration by a different artist, different style. So it's so much fun to, like, I don't know, you're never going to get bored because there's always something totally unique the next day. So I think it's a great idea. And Isabel, oh my gosh, she works so hard. You guys, behind the scenes, if you haven't gone and thanked her yet, like if you're doing the calendar especially, go and thank Isabel. She might not be able to reply to every message because I think she's a little burnout, or a little tired, I guess. But Isabel has worked so hard. I worked with her on the design portion. We did that together. Oh my gosh, I know how much work she put into coordinate everything, contacting all the illustrators, you know, all the back and forth she and I did to get it looking the way it does. So yeah, go thank her. 'Cause She worked her toots off. No. I don't know what I'm saying. Her tush. Yes. Toots is like, hey, Toots. I don't know, guys. I can't talk today. So I'm just doing this little filigree thing here. Just sort of softening the edge here. Just on the dark side. I'm going to leave the light side. Blank. Just deepening up that edge right along that black outline. Like that. Okay, so now that we're done this whole thing as far as getting rid of the outlines goes, except for right here, I'm sure I'll see many more little spots. Now I'm going to switch over. Oh, did I call out this number? Gosh, guys, I'm a mess today. It's 946 is what I was using, dark brown. And now I'm switching to 941. I don't need the extender for that, though. So now I'm going to add more wood grain depth and definition. And what I'm going to do here, I'm going to do to the rest of the frame. So I'm going to show you this, and then if we have time, we'll do other sections, like maybe one of these guys or something, just to show you how I would approach that. But yeah, this is going to take a while, so I might do some of it off stream. But now what I'm doing is I'm using horizontal strokes and just sort of going right on through. And I'm not worried about burnishing. I actually like the way that the paper tooth looks. It makes it look more like natural wood. And I'm just picking out some areas and sort of accentuating them. So this might be different for you if you've done different streaks. That's totally fine too. Just sort of softening some of this white here if it's too bright. And I'm just coloring right on through that dark brown we just put down. It's not going to affect it really because we're not pressing hard. I'm using a really light touch. This is too bright here. So anything that sticks out to me is what I'm touching right now. So when you're doing yours, just look at your page and say, that looks too bright, and then go to town. Now for this guy here, we've got marker streaks, so what I'm going to do is actually, let's correct it with some of this pencil by just adding more horizontal lines. So wood grain is actually a lot easier than it looks. Looks real complicated. I found that you can fake it by just creating horizontal darks and lights. And see how easy those strokes just sort of disappeared. So even if you have a messy marker line, don't worry about it. There's a way to make it work. So you see here, this isn't really colored very well, no problem. So now I'm going to try and see if I can match up what's going on here. It doesn't have to be perfect because wood is very organic and changes all the time. But a general sense of continuity between the two areas is good. So I'm going to kind of so you see, just, I hope this is picking up on camera okay. It's very, very quick. A lot quicker to do the marker and then the pencil versus just doing pencil. And a lot less stress on my hands because I'm not burnishing. I'm just sort of letting the pencil glide over the paper. Okay, so we've got like a streaky area here, no problem. I'm just gonna kind of color around the dark areas. So leave the dark areas plain marker, and then voila. It's like it was never even a streak. So I hope that kind of helps people see Katrina. Hello. Yeah, there are several other coloring calendars and coloring events going on. They're all over the place. You guys can feel free to, you know, chat about what you're working on, and if mods want to give links, that's totally cool. I'm so excited about the calendar because I had a hand in it, but there are so many other beautiful. I know Kim White has a coloring challenge that she's doing. But yeah, if there's anything else that you guys know about, feel free to share it in the chat, because sharing is caring, right? So now I'm kind of just, in order to give more depth and dimension, I'm just lightly going over some of the bright spots in the background. Oh, I think I went too far. I'm going into the going into the next thing. So I hope you guys can see it's oh, and I'm off camera too, because you know I'm special today. Sorry guys. So good. I'm good. Okay. So you can be as fussy as you like. I'm not going to be super fussy. The great thing about wood grain is it does have natural, you know, imperfections and all that. So, you know, we don't have to make it perfect. So I hope that this is coming through. It's kind of hard to tell. Okay, let me zoom out a little and maybe we'll get a better sense of it. So I don't know if you can tell the difference between this and this. I sure can. I see a lot more black outlines here, and it's a little more harsh. This is a little softer and just a little more blended out. But I don't know if the camera is showing it that well. But yeah, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to continue. What time is it? It's 8:30. So I do have time, I think, for one of these blocks. So I'm going to do that. Let's get us all zoomed back in. And then we can, then what I'm going to do is just finish the rest off stream. I'm going to use the same process that I used in this demo. I'm going to use that throughout. So I'm switching back to 946, and we're going to do the same thing. So we're going to go around first. So I've colored over the lines here, no big deal. You know, the lines are just a suggestion. No worries. We can make it work. So here's a leaf that's overhanging the frame. I'm just going to quickly give it a dark shadow there. So that's what I'm going to do. Anything that overlaps, I'm just going to give it a shadow underneath. Makes it feel a little more like it's coming off of the frame. Okay. So I'm just trying to decide. Yeah, I'm going to inset this. So when I say inset, I'm making a shadow on the inside of this black outline. And that makes it look like it's pushed in. Now if you did it on the other side, it would make it look like it's popped out. So you can do either one. There's no right or wrong way to interpret the page. I'm doing it this way. You can do it whatever way you want. And once we get the marker down, oh my gosh, it is just so relaxing to just shade and give detail, and you're not stressed about making color decisions because you've already done all that hard work with the marker. So I don't know, I just find it so relaxing. Just to not even think about anything. Oh, or look at chat, sorry. What are we doing here? Jody. Oh my gosh, you're funny. Maybe it's because I hang around a lot of British ladies, I'm not sure. It could also just be, today I'm feeling a little out of sorts, I guess, like kind of all over the place. I'm having a hard time with chat. I'm not multitasking well. You know, I'm in good form, so maybe that's why I sound British. I don't know. But I think it might be the people I hang out with. I have a few very sweet friends who are in the UK. Maybe they're rubbing off on me a little. That's not a bad thing. You know how, like, when you hang out with people, you start to sound like them sometimes, unintentionally, of course. Mm-hmm. So I have a couple of also some other things to announce. Actually, I just remembered. So this Friday I'm doing a colorathon that I've promised with Vicky. So we're gonna be maybe streaming 3 times this week, which is like huge. I haven't streamed that much in a long time. So we're gonna be doing a Christmas page, but it's not the advent calendar. I'll just leave it at that for now. Let's just say I have something in the works, and maybe I'll be releasing it then. Yeah, so, and then we have the page tomorrow that I'm going to do from the calendar. So we have a lot of streams going on this week, so stay tuned. The Lunch with Laura's are going to be impromptu, so unfortunately I don't have a schedule for those. But the Christmas one, I'll schedule that, so that way you guys can see when that's going to happen. It's going to be on Friday, and I believe it's in my afternoon/evening Eastern Standard Time, but I'll double check that time and let you guys know. So we're going to be having some fun this week, hanging out together quite a lot, hopefully. So now I'm just going through that wood grain. Oh, I've switched again. I'm sorry. 941. I am a hot mess today, guys. My bad. Or rather, it's so cold, maybe I'm a cold mess. So chilly. It was snowing yesterday. How's the weather where you are? Is it snowing too, or? Oh, nice to see you, Andrea. Thank you. British American. Sammy, you're partly to blame for this, you know, Sammy. Oh man. Starbucks, that's so funny. You guys are great. You guys make me laugh so much. So much fun. It would not be the same without you. Okay, so I'm just doing the same process. So I'm just kind of going straight on through, ignoring everything else and just doing lines. And later on we can add more depth to this if we feel like, but I'm going to do the whole frame first this way and we'll see how it looks. I think it might be fine. So that dark area we created over there, no big deal. Everything can be repaired with the pencils. So that's why I said before, don't fuss too much about the marker. If you make a mistake, you know, that's no big deal. Let's just darken up some of this area here. And I think I want to give more depth over here too. Like that. Oh, that's okay, Kenny. You can watch her back. We got to add Scottish. Yeah. Oh, Sammy, half the time I have a hard time understanding what Susie says, and I'm like, what? And she has to explain it to me. But yeah, you guys, you're so funny. Rub off on me. Okay, so we did this bit. Let's see, we have time, so let's do another section, and that way you guys can really get a sense of how I approach everything, and then I will go ahead and finish up the rest on my own. So I'm gonna, let's get it in camera. Aw, don't be mad, Kenny. Were you sleeping? You always need sleep, so don't be hard on yourself. I'm sure she totally understands. Oh, Kenny. And Kenny and all my mods, you guys don't have to come to every single stream of mine, especially if I don't announce them. Don't feel stressed out. That's the last thing. This is, like we said before, this is stress-free, relaxing coloring. We're not doing anything. It's not a job for any of us. All of my mods are volunteers, and I love you guys so much, and thank you all for helping out. So don't feel stressed out about my channel, please, please, please. Oh my. Alright, I'm glad we're going to do this section actually because we've got this wing overlapping, and this is a big section of shadow that we're going to do. Everywhere else is kind of small little bits and bobs, but this is a big mass. So I'm going to do the drop shadow first actually. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just gently, the light is coming from above, so I want the drop shadow to be just under it, and I'm just gently going in right now and kind of blocking it in, so you can see I'm holding my pencil far back. This is where the extender comes in handy. I'm holding my pencil far back and not being perfect right now, just trying to get a sense of where it's going to go, and then I'll commit to it. But I'm doing it in the general shape, so I'm mirroring. You see this here mirrors this here, but I'm not worried about being perfect with it, like everything else. We're just going to kind of give a general idea. Now, okay, so now I have a sense of where the shadow is. Now let's get in there close to the wing and go darker. And I'm using 946 again in case I forgot to say, because I'm really good at doing that today. Now I'm getting tight in, pressing harder, and getting a nice darker area right under that wing. And that'll give it a nice sort of drop shadow depth. Now I'm going to just soften out what we put down before, kind of create a nicer gradient there. And that's it. So now I'm going to continue on the way we were doing with everything else. So let's create this inset here. Yep. And I don't know why I find Tomislav's books so relaxing, but he's one of my favorite illustrators. I think because his drawing style is so different from mine that I just really enjoy the change of pace, you know. When I go and color my own work, like that's one thing, but then like to just like kind of check out and enjoy somebody else's drawings, I just love that. And I know it sounds weird, but I've actually learned a whole lot about what I like about my own style by coloring other people's work. I learned what I like and I don't like. It's almost like trying on somebody else's shoes. You know, of course, you wear socks with them, but what I mean is, you can get a sense of what they do, but you don't necessarily need to commit to that for your own work, if that makes sense. I definitely still have my own drawing style, and it looks nothing like Tomislav's even after all this time. But like his love of frames really started influencing my work, and that's when I started introducing frames around my drawings more. So things like that. Even though it's in my own style, my own way, I definitely see some influences especially from him. So that's really fun. Okay, we have a lot to cover here, so I need to get a move on. Hey, Abby! Hello! Hi, Leslie! Oh my goodness! More people! Hi! Oh, I'm so sorry, Kenny. Well, I'm sure she'll understand. Don't worry. Wow, it's 40 there. It's cold here, though. I think we've got you beat by at least 10 degrees. Because there's ice on the road. I'm not leaving my house if I can help it. I don't want to drive in it. I think it's supposed to warm up later today, though, so that'll be nice. Melt everything that's frozen. Mm-hmm. Oh, hello. Dropped my pencil. My bad. I'm in rare form today. I think it's been made clear at this point. Oh my goodness. You're not leaving either, Emmy? You have a day off? That's nice. How's Pippi doing? My little sister just got a new kitty cat and named her Pippi, which is so cute because one of our favorite stories growing up was Pippi Longstocking. And the kitten is so spunky, the name so fits her. I mean, she doesn't have braids that stick out, of course, but the personality is a total match. It's so cute. And I think Em's been posting a lot of kitty pictures on her Instagram, so you can follow her if you want to see. She's on Instagram under the same username. So cute. A little kitten that she rescued. They clipped his ear or her ear because they were going to release her, which I didn't think was legal, but apparently it is. But Emily saved her just in time. She didn't get released back. And now she's in a very happy situation. Very loving home. So, it's so cute. And so spunky. Emmy, did you get a Christmas tree? I know you were considering getting one of those little ones. I cannot wait to see her reaction to that. I have a feeling it's going to get knocked over in like 2 seconds. Yeah, she was found on the street. Yeah, poor little thing. Little tiny kitten. She won't be that way for long though, Em. She's going to get bigger for sure. Especially if you're feeding her raw food. Oh man. She's going to be... Remember when we fed... Oh my gosh. So we had another cat and we fed him really, really good. Like very nice, high quality food. And he got huge. He grew very quickly. So... Aw, I'm so excited for you, Em. Alright, so I'm just working around now, seeing what stands out, and just sort of softening it the same way we did before. Sorry if I'm jumping around a lot. Sometimes things don't catch your eye until you've solved other issues. Okay. Alright, so I'm just trying to decide. Yeah, I think I do. So I'm going to go around each one of these little circles and just sort of cover that black outline with just a bit of this dark brown. Doesn't have to be perfect. I'm just kind of making it less contrasty and more soft. I really want that to feel like wood. Go around that little circle too. Sorry if you guys can't see this. Is my hand blocking? Let's see. Sort of. Try and hold it more at an angle. So I'm going to go through and do the rest of the frame this way. So next week we're going to start on the foreground. But I think this will give you guys a great idea of how to take the rest of this frame, because it's really repeated sections of the same stuff. So you can just use my one demo to kind of go through and do the rest. Okay, so let's switch over to 941 and do all the little fixing and texture. So just drawing right on through. Really, really fun and easy. I'm not, you could go really in depth with this and get really fancy and do lots of wood grain patterns and all that. You can do that. I'm not going to though. Doing real easy coloring here. Just having fun. So the one tip I will say is to vary the size of the lines and also the space between them. That makes it feel more organic and less, I don't know, less unnatural, I guess. Okay. Oh my goodness, this is so much fun. Easy wood grain. uh, uh-huh. I'm just reading the chat. Yeah, I just know Abby, she would knock down the tree. I don't want to get a tree. Especially not with her allergies and everything. She's allergic to so many other plants. I don't want to do that to her. But yeah, I remember you're talking about Misty, and one of our cats growing up knocked down the tree one year. And ever since then, Mom would like string it up, like she would use fishing line to kind of like suspend it from the walls to help with the, but yeah, I don't know. I remember the huge mess it made. Oh my goodness. It was so funny though. But I will be decorating though. I'm going to be decorating hopefully soon. I need to sort out, I want to move all of my furniture around first before I do that. So I'm waiting on that. But normally I would have my decorations up at this point. But I need to move the futon out and the new desk in. And, well, the new used desk, I guess. So I think you guys get a sense of where I'm going with this. So we're going to keep, well, I'm going to do this off stream. I'll do this by next Tuesday. That'll be my homework for the week. And then we can get going on the foreground. The foliage and then the tiger. And then we will be done and we'll have to pick another page for our Tuesday streams. I'm thinking about maybe actually wrapping up a series that we started and didn't finish, or we can start a new page. I haven't decided that yet, but we're gonna just keep going, doing new pages all the time. All right. Oh. Now the area where I've gone outside of the line of the frame and it's in a bright spot, I'm just going to cover that with white acrylic paint. So even if that happens to you, don't feel bad about it. We're not perfect. We're just human beings. Everybody makes mistakes, so don't stress out. There's always a way to fix it. And we're just having fun, so it shouldn't be that stressful. Okay, so let me zoom out so you guys can see the difference. Oh, how do I, oh yeah, boop. So I hope this is coming up on camera, the difference between the two. It looks more dramatic in person. Oh, you know what? It's probably because... There we go. Alright. Yeah, catastrophe. Hi, Vicky! So, Vicky, you may have missed it. Earlier, I did announce our coloring streamathon. So, if you guys go check out Vicky, her channel, I believe, do you have it up yet? Or do you want to, Vicky, let me see if I can post the schedule for Friday. Let's find it for you guys. Oh, that was a bad thing to search. How about I search for Vicky? Here it is. So we're going to have a great lineup of colorists this upcoming weekend. So I'll be streaming on Friday. I'll just call out the names in case you guys can't open that. We have Connie, Heather, and Reading with Pugs, and we have Color with Faithful Girl, of course, our Vicky and Sammy, and Honor. So that's both Friday and Saturday coming up. So you'll see me on Friday, and you might also see me tomorrow. I'm going to try and stream for this guy here. So I'm going to be doing this one here on my own, but tomorrow I'm aware that I'm like one of the only realistic faces on the calendar. So Jennifer's is realistic too. So but I just figured I would do a live stream to show you guys how I color this. That way it might take some of the fear out for some of you who have no experience doing faces. And if you want to grab this free calendar, then you can grab it there. Awesome, Vicky, thank you. I'm so excited. So I have a lot of streaming coming up this week, but I'm glad that we continued on with this page. I'm going to go through and just finish up and do more work on the frame and just complete it. So if you're doing this section, you can, if you're doing this section, you can look at this section. If you're doing one of these, you can kind of follow along. So I think I've provided you guys enough information that you can kind of go to town and do it on your own. And then next week, we're going to go through and do the foreground. Hopefully we might get it done next week, but we'll see. I'm not going to make any promises because this is going to be the most detailed part of the page. Any questions before I go? Oh, thank you. I'm glad you guys like it. Oh, don't worry, Vicky. There's no... People, you guys don't need to say sorry if you can't make it to my streams, if you watch it back, if you're... no need to say sorry. I am very aware that all of us have lives outside of YouTube. I lurk in streams a lot, so like if I'm working and I put on somebody's stream, sometimes I won't even chat, not once. And that's not because I don't love you, it's just because I'm busy too. We all have lives outside of YouTube, and that's good. That's a good thing. So don't ever apologize if you miss me or you're late or you're busy, not lurking. I love my lurkers. You guys are great too, so don't worry about that. Because I do the same thing. I lurk, I watch people's videos back if I haven't had a chance to catch them. I'm the same way, so... Thanks, guys. Alright, no questions it looks like. If you have a question and I didn't answer it in the live chat, then go ahead and post in the comments below. I don't mean to miss people. I do it often and I feel really bad about it when I do. So just go ahead and post in the comments below. I try and answer every question in my comments. So that's a great way to get an answer out of me. Or you can email me, lauracolors2@gmail.com. I've put it a couple times in the chat. Thank you guys so much for watching. And thank you again. Let's see here. Let's see. So I'm going to call out some names. Well, first of all, let's thank Starbuck for her super chat today. That was really awesome. But also, let's see who's here. We've got Darla, Leslie, Raquel. Hi, Raquel. Sorry, I missed you. Let's see, Starbuck. We've got Vicky, JoBeth, Shannon. Shannon, I need to chat with you soon. Sorry, lady, I haven't talked to you in a while. Who else do we have here? Oh, I lost my place. Well, anyway, we have Jody, Kenny. Who else is here? Emmy, thanks for stopping in, honey. Who else? Just trying to catch everybody. Thank you guys. I've called out. I know that Sammy was here. Thanks for coming, guys. Leslie, Connie. Hi, Connie. All right. I think I missed a lot of people, and I'm really sorry about that. But thank you guys so much for watching. As always, I hope you have a wonderful, magical time coloring. Bye.